This is CBN NewsWatch.
And thank you so much for joining us. I'm Ephraim Graham. As the president takes on the brewing international fight over tariffs, there are conflicts brewing at home in the ongoing Russia investigation. It has taken a turn now that letters from the president's attorneys have been leaked to the media. Here's Amber Strong.
President Trump seems to be a fan of pardons lately. But does the president have the power to pardon himself, especially when it comes to the ongoing Russia investigation? Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, says, hypothetically, yes.
He's not, but he probably does.
But the chance of actually going through with it?
I think the political ramifications of that would be tough. Pardoning other people is one thing. Pardoning yourself is another.
Giuliani's statement is in response to a recently leaked 20-page letter to special counsel Robert Mueller from Trump's former lawyer, John Dowd. That memo says it's impossible for a president to obstruct justice, and furthermore, he still has the power to pardon. Republican leaders suggest the issue is a distraction and say it's time to begin wrapping up the investigation.
I don't know why we're walking through hypotheticals here in this process. The president has never said he'd pardon himself. Let them walk through their investigation, but I think if there's no collusion, it's time to wind this down.
It's all the result of a tug of war over whether the president will sit for an interview with the special counsel. Giuliani says he doesn't see the point.
You got everything you need. You got 1.4 million documents. You have 28 witnesses. You got everything you need. What do you need us for?
The president's frustration with the nearly 13-month investigation boiled over onto Twitter this weekend. When will this very expensive witch hunt hoax ever end? So bad for our country. Meanwhile, President Trump has a busy week ahead preparing for the G7 summit. He'll likely face tensions with our neighbors to the north over recently implemented tariffs. And beyond that, there's the high-stakes summit with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un on June 12th. Amber Strong, CBN News, Washington.
Here now is a look at some of the other big headlines we're following for you today inside the CBN newsroom. The senior class from the Florida high school where a gunman killed 17 people in February graduated Sunday. The ceremony was somber as 4 families received the diplomas for loved ones who were killed in the attack. Tonight Show host Jimmy Fallon honored the graduating class, saying, quote, "Keep changing the world, keep making us proud." After a week-long negotiation, the historic summit between the U.S. and North Korea is back on. The meeting is meant to begin the process of ending North Korea's nuclear program, and it appears Kim Jong-un is beginning to do just that. According to Reuters, the regime is making some major leadership changes. He has removed 3 top military officials from their posts. And a new study finds most women with the most common form of early-stage breast cancer can safely skip chemotherapy. Researchers found chemotherapy does not add any benefit in surviving the disease. The new discovery is expected to spare some 70,000 women in the U.S. from that treatment. However, some women 50 and younger in high-risk groups might still need to undergo chemotherapy. Remember, you can find more on these stories and others throughout the day at cbnnews.com. A deadly volcanic eruption in Guatemala has killed at least 25 people. The volcano of fire, one of Central America's most active volcanoes, exploded Sunday, sending blankets of ash and lava into nearby villages. And an undetermined number of people are right now missing, and emergency crews fear the death toll could rise. Firefighters said they were able to reach the people who were trapped as roads were blocked or destroyed. Guatemala's president has declared a state of emergency. Meanwhile, the volcanic eruption on Hawaii's Big Island continues. Experts say nearly a dozen people are now stranded in an area cut off by a river of lava. Officials say residents were warned this was their last chance to evacuate, but their escape route was cut off by lava.
You know, that kind of makes it hard on responders and the emergency personnel because, you know, we're tracking stuff that's potentially dangerous, and if you know, one of those walls break out and they're there, you know, they're going to be inundated right away, and we're not going to be able to help them.
First responders are conducting search and rescue missions in an affected, isolated area today. Officials are warning residents on the south and west sides of the island that they should take action to limit exposure to gas, ash, and volcanic particles. Coming up here on CBN NewsWatch, 2 groups find common ground in the aftermath of a humanitarian disaster. See how an unlikely partnership is bringing clean water back to Puerto Rico. As the new hurricane season is underway, the island of Puerto Rico is still trying to recover from the last year's storm. A major issue there is clean drinking water, and as Heather Sells reports, an unlikely partnership is now happening to solve that problem.
Last September, Hurricane Maria's 150-mile-an-hour winds led to widespread flooding, knocked out power, and left millions of Puerto Ricans without clean drinking water.
You saw a devastation that was like a war zone.
Union leader Randy Weingarten of the American Federation of Teachers visited just 3 weeks after Maria, not knowing how involved she might become or who might work with her to help ease the suffering.
Bottled water was selling for up to $50 a case in the local stores for months after the storm.
Like Weingarten, Bill Horan also witnessed the storm's devastating effects. Horan worked for Operation Blessing, founded by CBN's Pat Robertson. In many ways, the two organizations are polar opposites. Weingarten champions liberal causes and counts Hillary Clinton as a longtime friend. Operation Blessing is an evangelical humanitarian organization with a number of conservative friends and donors. One thing, however, brought Horan and Weingarten together: concern for Puerto Rico and a friendship with San Juan's mayor, Carmen Yulín Cruz.
It was literally like a blessing because we met with the mayor literally several hours before I left on Sunday.
Randy said, "What can we do in the U.S. to help you open those schools?" The mayor said, "We can open without electricity, we can open without fans and without lights, but we cannot open without safe water."
And she said, and this guy, and she pointed to Bill Horan from Operation Blessing, and she said, and this guy can show you the things that would work here.
Within a week, the AFT and Operation Blessing started Operation Agua. The plan: deliver 100,000 water filters to as many people and schools as possible. Weingarten remembers a frank conversation with Horan before the official launch.
And I said to him, "You know who I am, and I know who you are, and when we hear on Twitter or Facebook or, other snarky comments about how dare you work with each other given the ideological differences," I said to him, "Bill, I'm in. What say you?" And Bill said, "I'm in."
Since Hurricane Maria, Operation Blessing has been distributing water filters in community centers like this one all across Puerto Rico.
The AFT has raised almost $2 million to ship close to 80,000 Kohler water filters. Each public school has been able to open, and Operation Agua wants more. It plans to meet its goal of 100,000 filters by October. Here's why it matters. Contaminated drinking water is a long-time problem here. Before the storm, bad management, combined with geography issues, led to a water supply in frequent violation of federal standards. After Maria, power outages virtually prevented water treatment, making it easy for Puerto Ricans to get sick from drinking their own water.
If they don't have access to drinking water, safe sources of water, they will get infected with bacteria, which was the case here and in many other communities.
Thanks to Operation Agua's filters, close to 400,000 people now have clean water in their homes or schools. And by bringing together Operation Blessing and the AFT, there's proof that people can put aside differences for the sake of a greater good.
Working with them has been a joy. We've had a lot of compliments from our colleagues, other Christian NGOs.
We need to ensure that people understand you can find common ground in the caring of people. And I think that story is as important as what we have jointly delivered to the people of Puerto Rico.
Reporting in Puerto Rico, Heather Sells, CBN News.
Still ahead, faith on the soccer field. See how this athlete found courage in God. This summer's 2018 World Cup is being held in Russia for the first time, and a U.S. Christian ministry is setting out to reach 3 million soccer fans. Mission Eurasia is partnering with churches across Russia to deliver 600,000 scriptures during this year's games, 100,000 of which are special edition Russian language New Testaments. Russian churches are also hosting a big screen live broadcast of the games, hoping for the opportunity to share the gospel with many people who might not otherwise attend church. The tournament runs through June 14th, begins June 14th and runs through July 15th. For Jaylene Hinkle, courage isn't just the name of her soccer team. Courage also describes the stance she took. Last year, Jaylene had a slot on the U.S. women's national soccer team, but before an international match, she walked away because she felt the team made a decision that was at odds with her faith. Now she is finally speaking out. Take a look.
Star defender for the North Carolina Courage professional soccer team, Jaylene Hinkle has always found her place on the field.
It's just like this identity that starts to become a part of you, and especially in college, like you're a student athlete, it always was with you.
Jaylene's love for the game started on the youth soccer fields of Denver, Colorado. Raised in a Christian home, she learned about her identity in Christ and committed her life to Jesus when she was 12.
At that age, it was like, okay, I'm starting to connect the dots, and I want to see where this takes me. Like, I want to find out who God is.
But as a teenager going into high school, she was more concerned about becoming a better soccer player and making friends.
I don't think I ever hesitated or doubted my faith. Yeah, I know that I'm good and the Lord created me, but it's I want to fit in.
Jaylene had a stellar high school career, earning a full ride to Texas Tech University. There, she thrived on and off the field and even continued going to church. But now everyone knew her only as Jaylene the soccer player. And again, she found herself caught between two worlds.
And on paper, I was doing really well, but inside, it's just I'm kind of miserable right now. I mean, there was Saturdays where you'd go out and you would hang out with your friends and you're partying, and then I'm I have church tomorrow morning, and then I'm in church and I'm what did I just do Saturday night? Just those wrestles of I want to fit in here, but I also want to fit in here, but where do I actually fit?
Then her lifelong dream came within reach. Her coach told her she had the talent to go pro, if she wanted.
I was well, yeah, I want to go to the next level. I feel I've always wanted to go to the next level. It just always seemed if that was an option, that I would want to do it.
But going into the spring season of her junior year, Jaylene began having excruciating sharp pain in her left leg. An MRI revealed she had an extensive blood clot, prompting doctors to perform exploratory surgery.
Because your vein is 80% closed, so you're not getting any blood flow. The fact that it's that close, we can't get our tools in there. So our next step would be in the second surgery, if it doesn't open overnight, somehow on the blood thinners that they'd already put me on, their next step was to put a stent in. And he's I'm so sorry to tell you this, but if we had to put a stent in, you can't play sports. You can't play contact sports. It's you being hit could internally cause bleeding. It would be life-threatening at that point. The one place where people were telling me my identity was about to be taken away, and I was just, everything just came crashing down.
Jaylene, along with her parents, turned to God in prayer.
The first thing that my mom said to me was, we're just gonna pray. We're just gonna pray all night long. I know that you have the power either way this goes, and I'm not trying to make a deal with you, but if you allow me to play soccer, this is gonna be for you. I think at that point too, I pretty much was this internal battle with the Lord of please don't take this from me.
The morning after Jaylene's second operation, the doctor spoke with the Hinkles.
There's no reason it shouldn't have happened, but he was your vein was completely open. And he was from it to go 80% to completely open, he was I am not one to believe in God, but you have gotten a miracle. You got your miracle.
Jaylene made a full recovery and committed all in on her faith.
Yeah, it was there's no turning back after that one. I wanted to know everything and anything about the Lord.
In 2017, after a successful senior year and being drafted into the Women's Professional League, Jaylene was invited to play for America in 2 international friendlies games.
When you honestly take a second and step back and almost have that outer body experience of just, I'm being invited to play the game I love for my country. There's an emblem of the U.S. flag on your chest. That's huge.
Then, days before the event, it was announced that the team jersey was designed to honor the LGBT community. Jaylene again turned to God.
I just felt so convicted in my spirit that it wasn't my job to wear this jersey. And I gave myself 3 days to just seek and pray and determine what He was asking of me to do in this situation.
In the face of opposition and social media backlash, Jaylene withdrew from the games with the support of her teammates.
I'm essentially giving up the one dream little girls dream about their entire life, and I'm saying no to. It was very disappointing. And I think that's where the peace trumped the disappointment, because I knew in my spirit I was doing the right thing. I knew that I was being obedient. And just because you're obedient doesn't make it easy.
Today, she plays for the NC Courage national team, where she boldly proclaims her faith and identity in Christ.
I don't question His goodness. I know He's good. I know He's faithful. And if I never get a national team call up again, that just is part of His plan, and that's okay. And maybe this was why you were meant to play soccer, just to show other believers, to be obedient.
Beautiful story. We'll be right back with much more of CBN NewsWatch. Stay with us. A video from one of Bulgaria's most famous skateboarders is going viral, but not for the reason you'd expect. At the heart of this one is evangelism. Miranda Lee is in Sofia with the story as she takes part in the world race, an 11-month missions trip to 11 countries. Miranda.
Vladimir Ivanov is one of the most famous names in the skateboarding scene in this country, and he's shaking up the industry as a Christian pro skateboarder. Check it out.
Step it up. The skate shop have a tour in my home city, so they saw me. I do some interesting tricks over there, and they invite me to the team. So that for me, that was dream come true.
However, he soon fell into a lifestyle of drugs and alcohol. That's when he says a friend invited him to church.
We was on the worship, and I don't know why, but I'm crying like a baby. I opened my eyes, and nobody was on the stage. I just saw one cross there, and from that cross, with the big wave, like tsunami, just hit me, the love of God. I'm sure that was the love of Jesus Christ.
Now he's going on Christian skating tours to share the gospel to skaters all around Bulgaria.
And we just skate with the homies and have some gifts for them. And before to give him the gifts, we just tell him why we do this, because we love Jesus.
It's a big thing because they know Him and they think of Him as, wow, that's Him. And so every word that comes out of His mouth is really important because it's bringing such a big impact in their lives.
Ivanov just accepted a position of youth pastor at an evangelical church here in the capital, and he's working with his sponsors to do more outreach in the skating scene. Reporting in Sofia, Miranda Lee, CBN News.
Israel's government threw a 70th birthday block party Sunday at New York Times Square. Thousands showed up to celebrate the special friendship between the U.S. and Israel. Videos of about 7 decades of progress played on the Times Square's large screens. The event was sponsored by the Consulate General of Israel and the Ministry of Culture and Sport. All right, now it's time for your Monday Motivation, and I pray this message will inspire you as you begin this work week. Life and death are in the power of the tongue, so choose to speak life today and declare this day to be the best day of your life. It's a great declaration and one worth speaking actually every single day. With that word, be sure to make this a marvelous Monday and a wonderful rest of the week. That is going to do it for this edition of CBN NewsWatch. Remember, you can find more of our exclusive coverage of the issues you care most about, always at cbnnews.com. And we'd love to hear what you think about the stories you've seen here today. You can do that by emailing newswatch@cbn.com. And of course, you can always reach us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hope to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining us. Make this a marvelous Monday and a wonderful rest of the week. We'll see you tomorrow.